You're gonna love this whole food, plant-based dinner recipe. This time it's a play on Italian meatballs. Now this one has medium to long prep time, so I would recommend you make a bunch, like double or triple this recipe, so you can put some in the freezer and save it for later. Now I got this recipe from my friend Plant-Based Gabriel, and in case you guys didn't know, he's got a ton of new recipes coming out real soon, so I'll leave a link in the description for his channel. That being said, the basis of this recipe is black beans, brown rice, and oats. So what you'll need is 4 cups of black beans, 1 cup of cooked brown rice, and 1 cup of quick oats, although in this case I actually used rolled oats. And to be honest guys, I doubled this recipe and I didn't use just black beans. I went ahead and mixed it up with chickpeas and pinto beans and dark red kidney beans as well, because we ran out of cans of just black beans. But you're also going to need a 1/4 cup of oat flour, a 1/4 cup of marinara sauce, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, and some black pepper. Now I would honestly recommend you guys do this with a stand mixer or a food processor, but I had a big mixing bowl and a potato masher, so that's how I got down to business. And sadly the bulk of this footage is me mashing the whole mixture up. But yeah, just get it all in the bowl together, mix it up however you're gonna do it, and make sure you get it to a pretty uniform consistency. You just don't want any pockets of oats or anything else stuck in the middle. Now if you have a food processor or a stand mixer, you can slash the prep time on this recipe. But if you've got a potato masher, then you're living like me. She said I look pretty angry. Now I decided to double this recipe and it was totally worth it. This was the first time I've tried to make a recipe like this, so having extra was important to me, so I could make spaghetti and meatballs later, or a meatball sub. Just take it right out of the freezer once it's already been prepped and it's nothing to worry about. So you want to shape these into golf ball sized bean balls, or meatballs, whatever you want to call them. Get them shaped, put them on a baking tray. We used non-stick foil, but you can use parchment paper. And we put them in the oven for 25 minutes at 375. That being said, we made a lot of food that night. It was potato fries, we had some spaghetti squash in there, a bunch of baked potatoes. So there was a large dinner to be had, but the meatballs were the star of the show and worth really doing a dedicated recipe video on, because I had never tried to make anything like this. And I'm trying to get in the habit of doing more food prep so that I have components of meals ready to go in the freezer when it's time to eat. That way, you do the prep ahead of time. You don't have to think about it on a Wednesday night when you need a meal. And that's the truth. So this is what it looks like when they came out. You can see we did the marinara sauce on top of the spaghetti squash with these plant-based meatballs. And this is a whole food recipe, guys. This is whole food, plant-based dinner right here. Hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. I'm gonna go ahead and link to a different whole food plant-based recipe. We did some stir fry, and I want y'all to check out that recipe by clicking on the thumbnail that pops up right now. Alright, y'all know what time it is. Red pill vegan. Next.